Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, November 13. Construction of the 3 Miles bypass is set for completion in 2 weeks. The new US $1 million stretch of roadway is being constructed to help ease traffic congestion in the corporate area. Senior Communications and Customer Services Officer at the National Works Agency, the NWA, Ramona Lawson, told JIS News the project is about 68% complete.
Based on where we are now and barring any unforeseen circumstances such as rain, for example, or inclement weather, we should be delivering that in another 2 weeks.
Ms. Lawson noted that several aspects of the project, including the drainage improvement works, culvert installation and construction of 2 Bailey bridges, have been completed.
We have just about complete with the sub-base and base works and the curb and sidewalk installation along Chesterfield Drive itself. We're about 90% complete with those. We are scheduled to begin pavement works in the upcoming weeks.
Ms. Lawson said heavy rains had delayed work on the project, which was originally scheduled to be delivered a month after the start date of September 17. The 2-lane, 1.5-kilometer roadway is part of the government's overall road development and traffic management program and will link Chesterfield Drive off Spanish Town Road to Marcus Garvey Drive. 44 new beds were delivered to the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay, increasing its capacity to accommodate more inpatients. An additional 36 beds will be made available by the end of November, which will bring the total bed count at the hospital to 237. During the handover ceremony on Friday, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the additional beds will greatly improve the services being offered at the hospital.
That 237 beds distributed to different areas of specialization, but essentially will ease a lot of the burden that we have had to encounter and deal with as it relates to people waiting to be admitted. So from the inpatient care perspective, we can say that we are making good progress in ensuring that we are moving to a level that's not exactly full capacity, but certainly able to accommodate more persons who have to spend time in the hospital.
With upgrading work being done at the hospital, Dr. Tufton said the government continues to work assiduously to ensure that the hospital becomes more accommodating for both patient and staff. The Senate is calling for intervention programs to be introduced at antenatal clinics to support pregnant women who are experiencing physical abuse at the hands of their partners. Senator Dr. Safar Longmore made the call during Friday's sitting.
It is a significant point where we could intervene as a society, where we could have within our antenatal clinics, where we are coming in contact with a lot of these women who are not able to say what is happening. We could have programs there targeting them to help them, to inform them, to educate them, to encourage them to bring their partners in when they recognize that this pregnancy is not as celebrated as it should be.
Dr. Longmore says such interventions are needed given the prevalence of abuse among pregnant women. She says data from the 2016 Women's Health Survey shows a higher rate of physical abuse among pregnant women by their male partners than women who had never been pregnant. And the Ministry of Youth and Information is reporting that investigation of child abuse cases have increased. State Minister Floyd Green credits this to the merger of the Office of the Children's Registry and the Child Development Agency in November 2017.
When we started, we had a backlog, so cases that were not yet investigated. So these are cases, reports of abuse. We had about 5,000 that were not yet investigated. Since the merger, we have moved that from 5,000 to 400. Still have a lot to do, but steps in the right direction.
Minister Green was speaking recently at the National Child Month Committee Youth Forum. He said a joint select committee of Parliament is reviewing legislation to enact stronger penalties in relation to the abuse of vulnerable groups such as women and children.
We need more strident and stringent penalties to send a clear message that we are serious about protecting our children and our women.
Meanwhile, parents, teachers and caregivers are being encouraged to look out for signs of child abuse among children under their care. State Minister for Culture and Gender Orlando Terrelong said a good time to take note is during play.
Sometimes the fear, they won't talk They won't tell you what's happening. They won't tell you what they're going through. But if you give them things to play with, or if you watch how they play with other kids, they will actually act out what is happening to them. They will act out that abuse. They will let you know about that trauma just by play.
Minister Terry Long was speaking recently at a stakeholders forum on the importance of play at the Maxfield Park Children's Home. He indicated that play is also an important tool for children's cognitive, physical, social and emotional development. Similar sentiments were also shared by education specialist at the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF Jamaica, Dr. Rebecca Tortello.
As our children grow, we tend to play less, and we should be playing more, because play is one of the best ways to build critical and creative thinkers.
And finally, the local government ministry has engaged its finance counterpart to craft a program to reduce garbage buildup. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie said more funds are required to implement a number of projects, such as the acquisition of garbage trucks.
The agency will require a lot more support, and we have turned to the Ministry of Finance for that support. And we are promising the country that the Christmas season, we will do our best to make the Christmas a garbage-free Christmas.
In the meantime, Minister McKenzie is urging commercial entities to use reputable sources to properly dispose of their garbage. The minister insisted that the full force of the law will be used against commercial entities which engage in illegal garbage disposal. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.